on, everyone? Welcome back to the Gloss Garage, where we make detailing simple. My name is Sock, and here, yes, I'm doing the intro after the fact. The car is completely done. It's clean. And first, I want to talk about is the giveaway. I will be giving away a gold standard polish. Unfortunately, the other sprayer was broken, so you guys gonna have to get a sprayer if whoever wins this. And also a 3-inch waffle pad and a 5-inch gold standard waffle pad and a standard buff towel. So the winner of this will be getting this, and like I said, I will be shipping this out within the lower 48 states. And yeah, so after that, look how nice glossy the paint is. I'll walk you through the whole prep process. Obviously, I did a live video. I will talk a little bit of the polish. I did polish on a little bit after the video. I took like one clip, but I'll be talking more on how I love this polish. But first off, look how much I've used from the gold standard itself. Pretty much nothing. Polished the whole vehicle. It's great as a one-step. I'm gonna tell you the pros that I love so much about it. Literally no dust. Super, how do I say it? A long work time, a long buff cycle. True to its form, meaning it is a pad dependent type of polish. It's not a heavy cut compound, but you can make it cut as a compound. If you guys saw my live yesterday, go ahead and watch it. If you haven't, just at least you could skip through some of the clips, and you will see that I used the gold standard polish on this medium to hard clear coat on this Benz. And then on top of that, I upped the aggression. I upped the aggression with a Eurofiber microfiber pad from Buff and Shine to give it more cut. And yes, unfortunately, obviously, I did use a bit of the last cut compound base because this vehicle was hammered. It hasn't been polished in literally 6 years, or I'll say 5 years. And one fun fact that the owner did tell me is this vehicle was in an accident. He did buy this used, so the previous owner did get into an accident, so some areas are not perfectly matched, but again, it's very hard to tell. Now, those are the top 3 things. What I love about the polish is it's true to its form, easy to use. The spray is it's all right. You really gotta atomize more the trigger for it to fully spray out and atomize. And the consistency is a little bit thicker than usual. It's not a bad thing. It's great, right? I love the gold standard polish. Now, before I get to the actual video, I do want to talk about their waffle pads. I love the thickness of the waffle pads. I like how it's not too thick, not too thin, perfect size for that extra cut if needed. And it's in between like an orange late country foam, and there's like a all cool wave waffle pad from Mckees37. That's what I love. It's in between those. And then yes, this whole vehicle, I just used the DIY detail product line, nothing else, literally no other product whatsoever. And look how the vehicle came out. So if you guys like this type of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and yes, let's go ahead and get started with the video. I'll do the walk around, do a voiceover, and wait till the end results when I do the final walk around on this vehicle. Let's go ahead and do a quick walk around on this vehicle. Let me just give you a little bit of a backstory. So pretty much this vehicle is about 3 years old, or when I mean 3 years old, it's to the owner, the current owner. And the previous owner did have this 3 years prior. I'm guessing he did lease the vehicle and then he bought it used. But yes, this is the condition of the vehicle, and it has seen better days for sure. And on top of that, as I stated in the intro, this vehicle did have an accident before, so a couple of panels are not perfectly matched, but it's very hard to tell and it's pretty much impossible, so let's not nitpick here and there. But yes, I really want to talk about this gold standard polish and how this polish is absolutely amazing. I know I've stated the 4 pros pretty much on the intro. I did forget to say on how well it smells, but we're just using the entire DIY detail lineup from start to finish, literally. And you guys will see the results, especially once it is ceramic coated, and you guys will see the immense gloss and shine that this DIY detail system gave to this 6-year-old vehicle. And the one thing I really love about the gold standard polish is how true it is when they say that it is pad dependent. If you guys haven't seen my live, go ahead and check that live out, and you guys will see on how I swap pads from their waffle pad to a Eurofiber microfiber pad, and it cut immensely. So definitely check that out. This is a definite all around best polish on the market to date. As we move on to the wheels and tires, I like to put rinseless wash inside my rinse bucket and obviously my wheel bucket. And then I also do have all clean diluted 13:1. I did clean the rims and tires twice and then the rubber 3 times. And you guys will see this in the clip. Obviously, I didn't put the whole 3 times of me cleaning the tires because again it is very long, and again this vehicle has been very neglected. But you really want to clean and deep clean those wheels and tires, so that way when you put on your tire dressing it actually adheres to the actual rubber and not the dirt that's masking or on top of the rubber. If you guys don't know by now, I love an APC rinse. I love the way it cleans. I love how it actually breaks down all that traffic film. And again, this vehicle has been neglected, and this is the way we can revive and make sure we break down all that traffic film, dirt, grime, debris that's stuck on there. And then once you guys see me actually rinse the vehicle, you guys will see how clean that lower half of the vehicle is. And look at all this dirt that is on the paint that is running off, and the all clean is breaking down. And it's crazy how you can actually see the foam turning brown. It's literally brown. So that's how much dirt and grime that is on the paint, and this way we can prevent any minimal marring or scratching on the paint before we go into the polishing step. Once I am done with my APC rinse, I like to go ahead and pre-treat the whole vehicle with a rinseless wash. I do have a video that's coming out soon, sometime next week, and you guys will go ahead and see when I use my rinseless wash instead of an actual snow foam or foam gun to pre-treat the vehicle. And I literally had 0 scratches on the paint, so stay tuned for that video. All right, everyone, so let me just go ahead and show you guys real quick and put this all down so you could go ahead and see. So this is why I like to use the rinseless wash in conjunction with the Incredible Sud. So look at all that dirt and grime from the lower rocker panel. I'm gonna go ahead and scrub it into the grit guard, uncut. Obviously some of the suds went into the rinse bucket. It's fine. Scrub it against the bottom, squeeze out the rest, and look, perfectly clean. Look how that rinseless wash just go ahead and cleans. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the decontamination step. So I have the DIY Detail clay towel. This vehicle has some contamination. It's not too bad, but I will show you how I like to decontaminate the stuff. So this is the DIY Detail clay towel. I like to spray rinseless with my pump sprayer that's here. Saturate a bit of the towel, and I also go ahead and spray some on the hood. It doesn't have to be exactly a lot. It doesn't need to be so much, just a little bit, because we are using the iron remover from DIY Detail as a clay, I'm not gonna say a clay lubricant, but this iron remover is actually very lubricious. So let's go ahead, and I am in an open environment, so a well ventilated area. Iron remover is expensive, but you know, you could go ahead and spritz onto the panel as so. And as you can hear, that's just the foam of the iron remover. So we're done here. So listen to this compared to this. Hear that? This. We're done clean. So this right here, let me put the microphone. That to that. Just the foam of the iron remover compared to the actual contamination on the paint. There's all the purpling and iron fallout that's coming off the paint. So this is everywhere that we clayed, even down there. Obviously we didn't do the lower rocker panels there. I like to use a dedicated clay bar for that. That's me personally. And yes, so look at all that iron and fallout that's on the paint. And now we're just gonna move on and use the water spot remover. And again, this isn't gonna initially remove the water spots that's on the paint. It's breaking down the calcium and the minerals that cause water spot etchings. So this way, when we polish it, it will not resurface and we're not polishing those minerals deeper into the clear coat. So this is how I like to do things. So I am going to go ahead and spray the whole vehicle, let it dwell, and that's about it. On all those minerals, because that's the last thing you really want on your paint. I know probably there are some people saying you using pretty much the whole bottle. Yeah, but to me, as a business, I want to make sure all this water spot is actually completely gone from the paint. I don't need to worry about it. I know I've broken down every single water spot, mineral, deposit, all of that off the paint, so I can guarantee that nothing will resurface onto the paint after I'm done polishing and ceramic coating the actual vehicle. So this is just my insurance. So what I'm doing here, I am spraying water spot remover as well on my Kirkland microfiber towel and just agitating and rubbing it into the paint. That way I can ensure everything and all those water spot minerals are gone and broken down for sure. Rinsing off the panel, and this is why I want to show you what mineral deposits can clog up anything. This vehicle does have a sealant, and remember how it was flat? Look how it's coming off. We clayed it, iron decon, all that stuff, but all this will come out with the polish for sure, because again, we're doing a one step. And remember this area, how crazy flat and it just stood there? Look on how it's sheeting off the water rapidly. So this is what the mineral deposits do to your vehicle's paint. It really just clogs up your pores and prevents, you know, the water beading. And so let's go ahead and move on to the main event. So what is the main event is me actually using the DIY detail gold standard polish. And if you guys haven't checked out my live, I did use the last cut cutting compound because again, this vehicle was too far gone. It had nothing to do with the polish itself. The polish works amazingly well. And if you guys check out that live of when I used the Buff and Shine Eurofiber to increase the cutting ability, it cut and finished beautifully. But I really needed that heavy cut compound to really cut away those water spot etchings, right? I've already broken down all those water spot minerals and calcium deposits and all that stuff that a water spot has. So all I really had to do was just go ahead and again just trim them down, level everything off, and make the paint look fresh again. Why did I need to do it again? Because this vehicle is getting a ceramic coating, and you really want to not seal any water spots when you apply a coating. And now let's go ahead and talk about the pros of this gold standard polishing system. And I really want to start off with the buffing pads first, or the polishing pads. This polishing pad is the perfect thickness. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. It glides effortlessly on the panel. I'm using the Flex 3401 Beast, and it tends to go ahead and jump on you. But with this size polishing pad, it is just perfect. And then on top of that, this Velcro, the Velcro that's on the polishing pad, is actually really good. There are some polishing pads that does not stick on cheaper models, so this actually stuck onto my SPTA Chinese cordless 15 millimeter polisher, and it did not delaminate or want to pull off easily from the Velcro. So that's pro number one. Pro number two is the smell and user experience. When I mean the smell is, it makes it seem like you're enjoying polishing, right? It's not a strong chemical smell like other spray polishes on the market. I'm not gonna name any names. You guys could go ahead and do your research. But yes, that's pro number two. Pro number three is also the cutting ability and how it's true to form when they say it is pad dependent, right? On my live, you guys saw me use the Eurofiber, and it gave that compound type of cut on the paint, which is absolutely just insane. Obviously, I had to step up to the last cut because this vehicle was too far gone, and the last cut is actually a heavy cut compound. So yes, we need to go ahead and test its limitations, and we tested it, and you guys already saw, if you guys saw the live, on how well this actually can really cut if you really want to use it as a compound. Now also, the fourth thing and the very last thing is the wipe off. The wipe off is nice and simple. I have used these microfiber pads, or not microfiber pads, these microfiber towels for a while already. So I went and grabbed a new batch to go ahead and remove it, because my microfiber towels were clogged up with all those polishing residues, which is normal. And the fifth thing I really love is the work time. You really have a long work time, and it doesn't dust. So those are literally my top 5 reasons why I love it. And look at the gloss and shine. Yes, I do have extra polish residue to go ahead and remove, but on the right side is actually the hazing that was left behind the compound, and you guys will see the final results in a bit. And yeah, so grab this polish. So this is after the live, and yes, here's my phone, Friday the 13th, 11:36. I know I said by 10:30 my wife and I would have been done doing the compound, the polish, and the coating. Well, we sat back an extra hour. But yes, we finished this. We used the DIY detail ceramic coating. We did that quick compound pass to get rid of those water spots, and then we used the DIY detail gold standard polish. If you guys saw my live, I love this gold standard polish. This is a ceramic coating, of course, but let me just go ahead and show you in the light on how this came out. It came out amazing. The gold standard polish is amazing. We used the, again, we had to. It's not because we wanted to, but it's because we had to. Again, this is not a heavy cut compound. This vehicle was very tortured. If you guys watch my live, you guys will see that with the Eurofiber pad on how much defect removal it is. DIY detail is true to what they're saying, that it is a pad dependent polish. But again, this was a 6-year-old vehicle living outside 24/7 with the elements, got hammered and all that stuff, water spots. So those water etchings were pretty deep. And again, we didn't go for paint perfection. We just went ahead and did a quick, 4 passes with the compound and then with the polish, and with just those 2 steps alone would take you about 3 minutes. And if you guys saw my live, I did pretty much the whole hood in about 20 minutes to be exact, because the whole hood is pretty much considered a fender and a door panel. So yes, and then my wife came, helped out, and then we finished everything quick. Compound, polish, and ceramic coating. A lot of people will probably say why I did a two-step. It's not technically really a two-step because there's people that do a one-step polish. They will do a one-step polish, and on top of that, they will do 8 section passes. All I did was 4 quick section passes with the compound, and then 4 quick with the polish, and that's it. So I pretty much did a one-step, and I got better results than just using a polish alone. So yes, just look at how amazing this came out, and the DIY detail gold standard gave it that extra pop and gloss. And again, even with the coating itself on it, it just looks stunning. And yes, and I'll take a walk on the other side. Ignore the windows. I like to do windows last. If you guys watch me always talk about windows, I always do the windows last. This is the final product. This is the final results. I took this out. Yes, the flurry stopped right after, but just look at the gloss, look at the shine, and this is everything with just the DIY detail product line. Just look at the paint. Look how deep and rich the gold standard help after using the compounding step, and just made the car look deep and rich. You could literally swim inside of the paint. The vehicle came out stunning. The owner couldn't even believe the vehicle. He said this looks better than when he bought it used from the dealership, and we've just transformed and gave life back to this vehicle. And you guys could literally do this as well at your house, at home, easy. Just look at the tires, look at the rims. The vehicle just came out amazing. Let me know what you guys think. And we've also pulled the vehicle outside of my driveway. He parked it to the side, and we took extra pictures of the vehicle. Just look at the gloss. I just can't say anything else. Just go ahead and pick your guys up some DIY detail product lines. You guys are missing out. If you guys want 10% off, use code DMS at checkout, and here are the after photos just for you guys, and the results speak for themselves. Hopefully you guys like this type of content. If you do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and other than that, I'm out, guys. Peace.